Here at This Must Be the Place live in Lamont. I'm Lauren Cars here with the band 5 Step Drop. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks. Hey, what's up? Thank you.
So my first question is, as a band, what inspires you guys to write the music that you write? I know you guys do a lot of originals. What comes about with that?
Well, it's I'd say mostly personal experiences, that we've had. All of our stuff really comes from the heart, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, honestly, like a lot of the stuff. I read a lot of the lyrics, and I've written stuff from dreams before. It just I'll read a book and find something that I think is cool, and then I've drawn a lot from my past too.
Right on. So for the fans who have never listened to you guys before, what type of sound can they expect to hear from you?
Charlie? It's a good mix, really. From the classic rock roots coming to the modern cutting edge era. Modern rock, alt rock kind of deal. So we just try and create our own sound. We haven't really defined, like, we don't like to try and follow other bands, but we like to try and define our own rock sound, hard rock sound. And kind of from the roots of, Jeremiah, go ahead and
we definitely have a lot of roots that came in from like growing up in the 80s and the 90s, the 80s hair bands, all the 90s grunge bands. I mean, obviously there's modern rock of those particular eras. I mean, when it used to be modern, when it was then. But as far as my thoughts, I mean, it's really it. I mean, we're all in our 30s, so we all come from the same music, and that's we got some heavy influences from that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually what my next question was going to be. Do you guys have any like specific bands or artists that influence you guys for what you write?
As far as writing goes, probably not, but I think that you may hear little bits and pieces of different bands, maybe maybe a style or something about the way that things are written. But everybody in the band's got a little bit different taste at the same time having the same in certain places. So
now, Alex, you were saying that you get like inspiration from dreams and books. Is that how you guys come up with the songs that you write?
Yeah, usually, Charlie and I do pretty much a lion's share of the writing, and it just seems to be that, I've come up with some really cool stuff, based on from some pretty weird places, some pretty weird dreams.
You know what? I'm sure you're not the only one, so no worries. Now, I know you guys do a lot of originals. Do you do any covers, or is it all strictly?
We do.
What kind of
to
covers?
Break stuff up. I mean, we're doing. Probably not going to play any tonight. We can maybe sneak one in. I don't know, but
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Alice in Chains would. We do that one. That's a great song.
Rage Against the Machine.
Pearl Jam.
Danzig.
Yeah.
Ozzy.
We all have such different influences, Yeah, exactly.
You guys got to kind of mix them all together.
Yeah.
Sure. So, what is your ultimate goal as a band for you guys? Like, do you want to become like totally mainstream and play, sold out venues, or
I mean,
just
that would be awesome. That would, I guess, be the ultimate goal. I mean, I guess I want to get better.
Goal, obviously.
You want to share it.
Taking steps to get there is a long.
I want to get better every time we play.
We got to work the grassroots right now. Is what we're doing.
Definitely,
trying to work, the smaller venues, obviously, and obviously you got to do that, pay your dues, and work your way up. Hopefully, somebody likes what we're putting together. That's what we're shooting for.
Right on.
Shooting to get it out, to actually get the music out of us and let other people hear it. I think anything that's, like in your heart or that kind of drives you every day as a musician, I think there's other musicians out there that might agree that you can't really shake it. If you're a musician, it's in you. So you're thinking about it all day, it's always something that you're trying to get out. So we want people to hear what it is that we're trying to say, whether it's something that I write or Charlie writes or Jeremiah writes or Alex. We would like many people out there to hear it as possible and get their feedback.
Yeah, connecting to the general audience, or everybody. Obviously, try and gain each fan one by one is like that's huge. So.
Let me add something to that. Is you ask what our goal is or how far we're going to go or what we're looking to do. It's like I'm so involved in whoring myself out.
He's good at that.
I mean, with the day and age that we're in right now, with
Me and you
the
would get quite
digital
along quite
age,
well.
yeah, I mean, with the digital age, you know, everything's changed from
Yeah.
flyers and posters to Facebook and you know, different online sites, you know, Twitter,
Twatter.
MySpace, you know, that even MySpace is outdated, you know, for
Yeah,
music.
definitely.
It is. It's awesome.
I mean, it was a
Believe it
big
or not,
deal in the
you
last
know.
10 years, and now it's like, oh, who cares about
Right.
MySpace? Now it's Reverb Nation or
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it's
MySpace is the
Facebook
most
or-
dysfunctional site out there right now. It seems like we can. Yeah, we like you know Facebook's good. Whatever Reverb Nation
Yeah.
we're on. You know.
It seems though like for bands, I mean, it's still good, but
Yeah,
other
it's still
than
here and
that,
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
not really
Yeah.
happening too much anymore.
Yeah.
So I know the music industry, it's obviously a hard business to get into. What's the best part of being in it though right now as a band? Like where you guys are at right
Yeah.
now. What's the best
That's
The
a
part?
best
tough
part of being
question.
like being in it that you're saying, like as far as.
Like right now, what's the best part of
I can
like,
tell you
performing?
personally, and I'm sure.
I mean, I like just for me like writing the music and seeing
Absolutely,
it
that's
and
exactly
seeing
what
it
I was
actually playing, you know, played out in front of people is just like that's a great feeling altogether.
Yeah, I like to-
especially when people are bobbing their heads and they're singing your hooks or whatever.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, there's nothing better than that, really.
You know what, you know, the ability to express myself and sort of get these feelings out is huge for me, like huge. Like,
Yeah.
you know, for people to be able to dig what I'm sort of saying,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I write a song is like really, it's really rewarding. You know?
I dig you.
Enough from the videographer over there.
Yeah.
So how do you guys go about promoting your band? Like, do you actually go to
Jeremiah the
venues?
Whore.
Oh,
Come
the
on.
whore promotes.
Yeah, Alex does a lot of work too. You know, all the guys in the band have different day jobs or different things going on in their life, so you can't expect every single band member to. You know, do all the whoring, you know, and
one for the team.
I particularly
You
am
guys
in a
gotta take one for the
situation which you know, I'm a little bit older, but I went back to college. I'm in school right now. I'm a student. I do, you know, some side work to keep the bills going, but ultimately I have the time. So
Yeah.
you know, I get on all these different sites. I'm talking to people. I'm like a politician. Like as many votes as you can get is by going out and meeting people and shaking their hand and not just putting something on an internet site and being like, hey, look at me, hey, look at me. I mean, you literally got to go up to somebody, hi, I'm Jeremiah, I'm from a band 5 Step Drop, I'm really excited about it, and here's our CD, or you should check us out on here. When people can put a face and a personality even, if they like your personality, they might remember that. So when they see 5 Step Drop later, they'll be like, oh, you know, I ran into that guy, that Jeremiah guy, or that singer, or whoever he was. I remember what that is. And now it's not just a flashing advertisement, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we really spent a lot of time working really hard at
We really divvy up the responsibilities
Yeah,
too. Like
we do.
Alex and I do, we carry the weight with the writing. We just brought Tony in a little bit ago. He's a bassist, but
Who's
he's
a
also,
great addition,
He's
by the way,
also
too.
he's also
yeah.
a great
Yeah,
writer
right.
himself too. So we're looking forward to having Tony's spin on the project as well coming up here pretty soon with some good songs.
Him
we
and
all
I used to
divvy
be
things
together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Another
we
band.
Yeah, we've been in
Blood
bands
Ritual
together.
together.
Yeah, we definitely don't. Yeah, no one skirts their responsibilities in this
No.
band.
Yeah, everyone
Everyone's-
carries
Yeah.
their weight,
I
which
was gonna
is
say that's a good
I mean,
thing
or-
though.
you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about dedication. This man drives from Rockford every time we practice.
Wow.
So,
Long ways.
as far as dedications
Yeah.
concerned, Tony Bach, my man.
Good for you.
Get some dedication award for this little segment, yeah, for sure.
Well, here's the off the wall question. You guys are a group of good looking guys. Do you have any good groupie stories?
I don't think.
Want to make one?
Yeah.
They got the wife down there, you know, sitting,
Okay.
hanging.
She
Is
doesn't
she a
need to know.
previous groupie?
Yeah, for 10 years. It's just a 10-year groupie, dedicated, just like Tony Bach driving from
Yeah,
Rockford.
I
You know?
mean, I could tell you some groupie stories, but I don't think that
We don't want those.
any of those
published.
people are in the room that I could tell you about. So,
We'll cut to the next question then.
It's
And-
not like gang boss. What do they call it, bang boss or something like that?
Oh,
Gang
come
bang?
I'm kidding. Go to the next one.
So if you guys could jam with anybody, dead or alive, artist, band, musician, who would it be?
Rush.
Rush, right on.
Rush, done.
Chili
Led
Peppers.
Zeppelon.
well,
Chili Peppers?
Smashing
Peppers, for
Pumpkins.
sure.
Smashing Pumpkins, and you?
Rush and Zeppelin.
Nice.
Definitely Zeppelin too. Yeah, if I said Chili Peppers.
I'm
and
digging
Zeppelin.
all those responses.
Beatles.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Beatles would be like a heavy duty one for
But
sure.
that's in fact because you said Dead or Alive or whatever. Like you gave me such a broad thing,
Yeah.
and that's why it was so quick.
Boom.
But if it's like nowadays mainstream type stuff, like I tell you what, man, Britney Spears, that might be a nice tour.
I can only imagine that. A hard rock guy,
I come.
Britney Spears.
I come.
Yeah.
Or Kelly Clarkson or something.
I love
That might be a good tour.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll teach you how to do a few body rolls or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have any? You were talking about MySpace, Facebook earlier. You guys obviously all have a Facebook or
Yeah.
band as a band. Any other websites? You guys.
Reverb Nation.
ReverbNation.com / or is it backslash or /?
/
the number 5 step drop. That's a really good one. It's got all of our schedule on it. It's got our new music up on it. It's constantly updated, so there's a lot of love going into it. It's not like some bands they do something and then they just leave it idle for weeks on end or whatever, and there's nothing exciting else going on.
Or they
And
pay
so-
somebody to do it. This is us
Yeah,
doing it.
but we're doing it ourselves, so
You
Yeah,
guys
it's a-
tweet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, tweeting on my end. I'm not much of a tweeter, to be honest with you.
Not a twatter.
Not a twatter. I want to start that up, actually.
I started it and I can't
Twatter.
really figure out how to make that thing work.
Twatter?
I've got like
It's
12
tough.
people following me.
On Twatter?
How do you do
Yeah,
that?
that seems kind
Not
of
Twitter.
confusing.
Twatter.
Yeah, it's
The X-rated Twitter.
twatter's being a twat. It's okay.
There's such a thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to start it.
Yeah, I
Well, can
started
you
to
guys
wonder.
tell
I was
the
like, wait,
listeners where your
how's it
next
going?
show will be? Besides here at the place tonight.
Jeremiah.
Yeah,
Sure, go ahead.
it'll be at Fitz's Spare Keys in Elmhurst on May 14th. We're playing with the Heroin, a really cool southern rock band out of San Antonio, Texas, as well as Full Throttle, and they're out of Glendale Heights, Illinois here, and they're opening up the show. It's gonna be really, really fun. We're looking at close to a sellout, so it might be like 400 or 500 people.
Awesome.
Be a good time, yeah.
And can the fans go on your website or whatever to buy tickets, or do they have to? Can they pay
It's,
at
you
the
know, it
door?
depends on the
No,
venue.
they can buy tickets online. There's a link to it on our Reverb as well as our Facebook.
They have it at,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Fitz's
yeah.
Spare
Actually,
Keys or
Fitz's
whatever.
Spare Keys.
They have that on
They
their
have
site
that on their own
probably, too.
website and Facebook as well. Like they have a link to tickets if you want to buy it. They're $6.
All right, sounds good. Well, I want to thank you guys again for joining the show. This has been your Backstage Pass at the Place. I'm Lauren Cars, signing off.